Season 2. You were the most season ever. And now that we're at the end of season 3, we could basically say goodbye to most set 2 cards. At the point you are watching this, it is very likely, it definitely is at least season 4, meaning that we are already past the point of set 2 cards. I'm certainly in season 3 still, recording some Late Night Scans, the series where I break down my gameplay in uncut ranked games. And we're going to play one final game with these set 2 cards. Not all of them are cards I used all the time, like Chase Utley and Joe Mauer. Those two were players I haven't used much of. But these are a bunch of my cards that I really enjoyed during set 2. And we're going to enjoy the good bullpen while we have it, because I think bullpen is going to stink in season 4. It might not be by the time you're watching this, but beforehand, I feel like that's what I'm worried about. And we got a fun team to debut. I got the Commerce Comet and Joe Mauer. Both of them are whatchamacallit cards, chase pack cards that, especially Mauer, I hadn't used at all. I got them for cheap. So we're going to play with them. We got Hammer and Hank and David Wright as well. Of course, we're going to start Randy Johnson. He's the guy in terms of a starting pitcher, and he's the only one that is a good starter that has energy for me. So we're going to salute goodbye to our season 2 content. I will say this is a season, looking back at it, I don't know if I missed too much because it had a lot of dead in the content. It felt like, I felt like a lot of the season wasn't too exciting to me. While there was some fun stuff at the beginning, past that, not really. So I'm interested to see how this team does. I'm interested to see, by the time I'm, put this out, how season 4 is. Let me know in the comments if you're watching this getting going. How does you think season 4 feel so far? Like, are the cards that you've liked so far? How does the grind feel? Does it feel rewarding? I'm about to kick this poor guy's butt because he's got Warren Spahn on the mound, and I don't know if he's ready for a butt kicking. We'll see how it goes. Oh, you're at a hitter park too. We're at Laughing Mountain at nighttime. We're gonna let loose on poor Warren Spahn. And the main reason I say that is because a lot of the hitters I have are really good righties that'll absolutely demolish lefties. And Warren Spahn certainly does not have any sort of special pitch mix or anything. The only thing that's special about him is that he takes so dang long to pitch. So trying to be patient and work pitch counts going to be a little tougher because it stinks just sitting here watching this man wiggle and, do the whole ballet before every pitch. It also doesn't help that my opponent's taking a while to actually choose a pitch. But I do want to take some pitches early count here. I want to see how he attacks the zone. Warren Spahn, 4-seam slider, sinker, curveball, screwball. I feel like the main concerns are the 4-seam, sinker, slider. You probably dabble in the screwball and curveball here and there. The screwball probably could be all right. But you see that 4-seam hit 97, sinker hit 94, so you got to be a little bit more ready for that level of velocity he's bringing. It's not like absurdly good, but it's better than other pitchers we faced along the way here, like Whitey Ford, for example, who was throwing low 90s with it all. So you kind of got to be ready for the velo. I'll take that swing 3-2. Pitch was too close to take. Solid hack. A hitter that's really good versus lefties and David Wright. I'm going to have to get a side towards aggression here in this 3-2 count. Try to get a good swing on a fastball. Ooh, he tried to dot a curveball. And that was very easy to read. And with that slower animation, I'm trying to take 2. That is beautiful. That is textbook right there. Great at bat. Saw a lot of pitches. Worked a good count to 3-2. Try to get him to think too much on the pitch. He goes backdoor on a curveball, and we absolutely demolish it. And we get the extra base out of it because we have David Wright lead off at 92 speed. So a great first at bat. And I'm just going to keep on focusing pitch count here. I could tell he's trying to nitpick around the zone early count here. He's not really attacking the zone with too many strikes. So you know what? Keep on throwing your pitches. I'll get ahead in the count and wait till later in the at bat to start getting ready to swing, like right now. He's going to give me something to hit here. Never mind. That is dotted in the black. It is a pitch to hit, but missed the spot. I'll take my 4 bases. Now we got Big Poppy. So I'll just keep on sticking to our approach. The one thing I don't want to do, since we have runner on first now, David Ortiz is a little slow, I don't want to jam myself on an inside sinker and roll into a double play. I also don't want to roll over an away breaking ball. Looking for pitches to elevate. That fastball was one, but I'm also trying to work some pitches here. Give me an inside fastball here. Ooh. That's one I could have crushed. 3-2 again. Wow. You went middle in, four seam. Hey, that's fine. Like we said, we didn't want to hit into a double play. We want a pitch we can elevate. It was just a swing I just missed. He hit 99 in that four seam. So I kind of got to be ready for the four seam velo. The four seam velo is a little quick. Quicker than I even expected. It's not an outlier, but quicker than I would have expected with like a Warren Spahn. He's got a little bit of gas to him. I had the timing there. He was aggressively throwing high fastballs in a few of these at bats early count, and I just missed that one. We will eventually hit him, but I just missed that one. We're gonna keep an eye out for that high fastball though. He likes to attack the zone with the four seam mainly. Oh, down the line. Oh, that should get Judge on. I'll take that swing all day. This is a great inning. Whether or not we score, it's a great inning. We're seeing a lot of pitches, working some counts, getting a gauge of how he's pitching me. I gotta hit that. You gotta hit that. You can't miss fastballs. Center cut fastballs, you can't miss them. Oh, I really want to talk about that approach there, because that was really just a big brain read. So I was late on a lot of fastballs, right? I just missed a lot of center cut fastballs. He was missing with all the breaking stuff. He either thought there I was going to take a fastball in the corner, or I was going to be late again on the fastball. I was sitting dead red fastball after that first one, hoping he would think that. Hoping he would think, oh, he's missed a lot of fastballs. He missed that last one. It's a pitch that's working. Let me throw it again. And I guessed that entirely with Mauer there, and it worked to a T. So you know what? Beautiful. Love that. Get through, find a way through. Didn't get through. That's fine. Hey, we got a 2-run inning. We're putting up some solid swings. Honestly, the only strikes he threw were four seams and sinkers. You know, every screwball, every slider, every curveball ended up outside the zone. So I'm feeling good. I think we've got a great chance here, especially with good old Randy Johnson on the mound. Alrighty. So this will probably be the last time I pitch with Randy, at least in a good while. You know, now that he's out of season, I don't really have a reason to want to go out of my way to use Randy Johnson. And in the end game, you know, I like to use different 99s that are more fun to me. You know, this might end up being the end of the Randy Johnson saga for me. He's just kind of boring. He's not really exciting to me. So we'll really dive into the pitching approach here and how we go. I will say I kind of had a red flag. Like, sirens went off my head once I saw Ozzie Smith was up on deck. Kind of tells me he would consider bunting, because he's very good at bunting, and people who use Ozzie Smith usually like that. But also, he's a number retirement program guy, so I don't know, maybe there's a shot he's grinding that, you know? I mean, Warren Spahn, I think, is also in that program, number retirement. So he might just be trying to grind that program while playing ranked. So I probably shouldn't worry too much about it. All right, so a bunch of not really good swings so far. Let's attack inside four seam here. Yeah, late on that. So late on the slider, late on the inside four seam. You get a slow breaking ball now because I want you to be early. I want you to overcompensate for slow velo. Wow, good take. So you know what? We try to go low slurve out of zone. He hasn't hit the fastball. Try to dot one on the black here. Okay, missed my spot, but it works. Way to make me look bad, Randy, you know? I aim a spot, you completely whiff it. Now he's got Chipper. The good Chipper Jones. The max out splits for his left. I'm going to hope he's to ambitious here. Hopefully he swings at some bad pitches. He's not. He's definitely not swinging at too much outside the zone. We'll go inside slider on the hands. There's the swing I want. Beautiful. Other than that walk, we just had to find a zone. And we found it there. Sometimes it's weird. When you can play people who struggle at hitting fastballs or struggle at hitting the pitches in general, but they could work some counts because they sometimes take all the way early count. So you kind of got to like put 2 and 2 together or just find some strikes. I think that's all it took. We just fell behind that Jackie at bat and weren't able to really give him anything to hit. Or really anything in the zone. Wow, that's a dot of a slider. Not doing much with that. Good pitch. We'll give him that. I want to see how much this dude attacks fastball. Wow. Okay, so he tried to throw that curve. He did throw that curveball in the zone. Really attacked the zone net at bat. Like, that's a tough curveball to do something with, especially when it's a little quicker. You got to really be dialed up. I think just in general, it's a theme of this game. I just got to be a little bit more dialed up than I have been. Been a little late on fastballs. Probably because I've been playing for a couple hours now. Starting to lose the energy. Didn't miss that one. But I had to tell myself to mentally dial up for fastball. And I think that's what we're gonna have to keep doing. As long as he's aggressively throwing me fastballs, I gotta make sure I'm dialed up for those fastballs and be ready to hit him every time. Because he's attacking the zone a lot right now with those 4 seams. Gotta take advantage of that. Had that have been a 4 seam, it's sent to Orby. That is for sure. No. Check the swing. Maybe the reason I was later on the fastballs, and probably the reason I fully swung there, but I genuinely thought I check swung. Sometimes when you play cross-play games, not sometimes, just in general, there's like a little bit more of a latency, a little bit more of a lag. Oh my god. See, like, would that pitch not look like a normal screwball to me? So like, sometimes it's tougher to play in cross-play games like this because the connection sometimes comes into play. So you sometimes need to like overcompensate a bit because of that connection lag. I was kind of in my own head talking about that while I was playing that really bad screwball. That was a very weird one. It was like out of the hand, I just didn't see it right and just swung like a doofus. Very weird how that happens in this game sometimes, where you just have a swing and you just don't know what the hell happened. All right, there's that fastball. We'll give him that 3-0. If he throws another fastball in the zone, I'm ready for it. He hung a slider. It's gone. It works. Good old Commerce Comet, baby. That's a card I'd actually consider wild carding there, by the way. Talking about our Season 2 cards again. That is the team we are using. Mickey Mantle might be a card I end up wild carding. I guess we'll see. Let's see what the outfield looks like in terms of new cards. I will say poor David Ortiz is just not going to have a fun time lefty-lefty here. It's just not the matchup for him. Hey, that's cool. That's perfectly cool with me. He botched that fastball. Now you got to face Hank Aaron, who crushes lefties. He might take out Warren Spahn. Oh, he's going to keep him in. All right, give me a fastball. Give me a fastball to Hank. It might go 500 feet. Yup. David Ortiz, you better get on your horse, Mr. 42 speed. I want you scoring from first. And that he will do. Very easily. There we go. He gave me that fastball. You got to keep on taking advantage. While he's attacking his zone with fastballs, you got to be ready to hit him. Let him try to dot the screwballs and the curveballs and the sliders. I need to hit the fastballs. Especially when he falls behind count and he feels like he has to get a strike. It's a higher likelihood of throwing a 4-seam or a sinker just so he can get a strike. It's fine. That's on the black. We'll give him that. He's ready for that one. A little too ready for it. That's actually a good pitch. That's not a pitch you see thrown too much to Aaron Judge. But the high strike zone, it's a tough pitch to take there. Honestly, good pitch. All right, well, back to doing Randy Johnson things. Especially lefty-lefty here, we are going to keep on throwing a lot of away stuff. A lot of away breaking balls, especially. Try to make my opponents sit back on it. So far, so good. Now throw a low splitter on the same, like, tunnel. Thank goodness that worked. That one caught the zone. That could have been sketchy. But it does work because he was so late on the previous swings. Felt like he had to swing earlier. Now we go in on the hands. This is the game of Randy Johnson, is using that faster slider and the four seam to your advantage. Try to get your opponent late on those pitches, and then in their pursuit of trying to get good timing on them, you throw the slow stuff to get them early on it. So it's a game of constantly changing speed. That was one that caught the plate. I got too close to the zone. That one's kind of got to be in on the hands or like significantly below the zone, but it catches the plate. You can slap the barrel of it. So not really good pitch. Go inside four seam here. Yep. Now I'll go down and in splitter right off the four seam. I'm going to go back to the fastball. I don't know if you'll expect another fastball. Maybe he's just expecting breaking balls. That got right down the middle. Nice. That's fine. Yeah, that at bat was really just a difference of that splitter. And what I did do was I threw the low splitter, got an early swing and miss, and instead of just sticking to my approach, I was like, you know what, we're gonna change it up. We'll go inside fastball this time, and threw a bad pitch. So that's just on me. You gotta have your approach on the mound. You gotta just stick with it, you know? You gotta just stick with what works until your opponent makes the adjustment. And if they don't, you just keep doing it. And I strayed away from that there. He's definitely trying to get down on the fastball time. That's why he's early on these. That's why he's committing to those. Because he thinks they're going to be fastballs in on the plate. But I'm not going to give it to you, buddy. Not at all. Oh my goodness, that would have been a pitch that Ozzy could have buckled him. So we're going to throw a fastball, but it's going to be in on the hands off the plate. Try to see if he expands the zone. He did. And honestly, I think he swung there. Let's go way too seam now. Try to get him too early on a fastball. No, he was definitely in defense mode there. You're getting a slurve below the zone, buddy. Thank you. He's so committed to the velo at this point. He has to do that to hit the fastball. He's having a tough time taking other pitches. So we got to take advantage of that. Throw some fastballs here and there just to get his eyes on it. And just keep throwing breaking stuff to make it look like those fastballs. All right. Good old Joe Mauer. Last time we hit a really good inside fastball. Still going to sit fastball here. Okay, sat too much on fastball there. That was 100 on the black, and I was still early on it. You know, Warren Spahn got some gas. I did not know Warren Spahn threw like this. I thought this man would be throwing like low mid-90s. He's throwing 100 on the black. Oh, man. If I could just get the sinkers. If I could just sit back enough on the sinkers, keep them fair, we'd be really good this game. Come on, bringer of rain. These are good hacks. You just got to keep them fair. They're just pulling these breaking balls a little too much now. Just got to sit back just a little bit more. We're close. Oh my goodness, man. Every swing, I'm like just early on it. Over and over again right now. Doesn't want to give me a fastball. I know he doesn't. Only fastball he's giving me is a sinker. Doesn't want to throw any four seams right now. There he goes. He gave it to me. That was his mistake. He gave me a pitch that I was clearly looking for. A hit. Should have just never thrown it. It probably would have gotten a swing and miss at some point. All right, let's go. Come on, we got to get this runner in. We got to keep the foot on the gas. We got to extend that lead. My opponent can swing it a little bit. He's trying to dot the screwballs and curveballs. Can't really hit those spots consistently. He falls behind and starts throwing fastballs. That's a good pitch. That's a good sinker. Like just below the zone like that. Trying to hit 100. Slow down to 94. And there's a dot of a slider. Just couldn't. Later on that, after being early on a sinker, I tried to mentally sit back, and he dots a slider. It's a good pitch. Good sequence there. So now this is a game. That inning, he stopped throwing many four seams over the plate. It became a game. Now me trying to slow down to the breaking pitches. So that's definitely what I need to start doing. I don't, it's not that I need to sell out or sit on a breaking ball. I just got to keep on telling myself when I see a breaking ball that I have to be like a little bit later than I normally would. But he's throwing sliders. He's throwing curveballs, throwing those pitches, and they're hittable. Even sinkers. I just got to dial back my timing just a little bit. I don't know if he was trying to pinch hit or not. He was not. I'm gonna say, I hope he's trying, like, if he's trying to pinch hit, I want to let you do it. Okay, so that swing, he's early on a down and away fastball. That, he's selling out on that there. So, I'm not going to give him any sort of fastball this at bat. This at bat, you're going to have to hit something else. Because he just showed he was really ready for fastball there. I honestly got lucky that it was Ozzie Smith. Guy with like no power. I'm gonna make you hit a non-fastball. If you get any fastball, it's gonna be like this two seam. In on the hands off the plate. Alright, we'll come back with a slider. Alright, Randy, come on, find it, baby. Find it. Hey, he didn't find it. That's an out you kind of got to get. Lefty, lefty. You kind of got to get that out. Now I'm not giving him fastballs. Randy can't find the zone. He can't find it. All right, let's go away four seam here. There we go. At least got him off the fastball a little bit. Beautiful. Down and in splitter. Now we go down and in slider. Thank you. Kind of throw that low splitter. Maybe he bites at it and come back with the slider. Looks like in comparison to splitter, it's actually staying in the zone for a bit. And it can get some swings. So, there we go. All right. So last inning. He stopped throwing he stopped throwing fastballs as much, or at least attack with the fastballs as much. This is going to be an inning where I got to hit the breaking stuff. Why would I swing at that? That pitch wasn't even in the zone. It wasn't the pitch I was looking for. Looking for a breaking ball here. Look, especially to sit back on a breaking ball here. Come on. Give me something. I know you want to throw something weird here. Try to go screwball. Good take. Probably sticks down and in breaking ball here. No, it doesn't make sense to throw it down in screwball and then not come back with another down and then breaking ball. Good take. That was like so floaty, that curveball. So he just went 3 straight breaking balls. Either he keeps on going or he comes right back fastball. He did a breaking ball again. He actually found a zone on that. Good news is we weren't early on it. But with those higher sliders, I've been pretty consistently late on them. I can't find the good on those. That's a pitch that is a high slider. Look how big the PCI got. You gotta crush those. You know, I can't be late on that. It's a swing I like just miss. And then those sinkers. I've been so early on those sinkers too. I can't slow down on those too. Come on. All right. So I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm really doing much wrong here, because I did really try to slow down that sinker, but I apparently way too late on it. Games like this, it just might be a crossplay thing. I was mentioning it earlier, but genuinely, it could be tough. Just in general, it's tougher to hit in a lot of crossplay games just based on the connection. I know it's gonna sound like I'm somewhat making excuses, but like sometimes when you play this game enough and you know what your timing should be and stuff, maybe that's why we're having problems. It's less of a, like, really I'm late on that? Like, it's less of like a me really messing up. It's just the windows being really inconsistent, or, you know, the timing being janky because of the connection. This does happen sometimes. It genuinely does. And maybe that's the reason we're a little all over the place right now. That's a good swing with David Ortiz. Actually got a perfect on a sinker. Too bad I sent it into the ground. Would have loved a homer. He's starting to mix in more sinkers here. He went slider there. That was a hanging slider. Right down the middle. Good old Hank Aaron, man. When in doubt, you have Hammer and Hank. Gosh. Loved this card. Absolutely loved Hammer and Hank, man. He was so good for like the Randy Johnson, John Donaldson, like meta. And honestly, he's a really viable wild card. He's just so good versus lefties. I think there are other hitters that are good versus lefties that you could definitely use over him, but you know, he's an option with how good his splits are. He's got good defense. He's really good versus righties too. Like, that card is sick. That won't leave. Didn't sit back in that out. That was a big 2-spot, that inning, I'd say. Gives me a little bit more comfort having a 5-run lead instead of a 3. And we're right back at it. We're going to throw the breaking stuff again. Try to make my opponent hit the slow stuff. He's been pretty on some fastballs. Try to throw a 4-seam on the black here. I will say what's killing me with this breaking ball approach is falling behind. Even lefty-lefty here. And we're just missing spots. Try to dot this on the corner. I think lefty-lefty, he'd be pretty hesitant on that part of the zone. He was. That's what got him late on that. Beautiful. Now we'll go away 2-seam. Got that right on the black. We'll tunnel that with a splitter. Try to go to same slot. Beautiful. And now we're just going to change the eye level entirely. Go higher slider in on the hands. He was so focused down in the way. No way he's going to be ready for inside timing. Kind of was there, actually. He was early on that. So back to the away 4-seam. There we go. Got a late swing. Just barely fouled that off, I bet. Now I'm going to go slurve, hopefully below the zone. Think it's a slider. Oh my goodness, it ended up in the zone. It worked. Shouldn't have worked. That got too close to the zone. That shouldn't be there. That's got to be buried a little more. Yeah, when in doubt, go to the down and away fastball. It's just so tough with high velo guys. for people to find that balance of like, I got to catch up to the high speed, but I also got to sit back on it enough on an away pitch. A lot of people struggle with that. And we made Juan Soto look silly there, lefty. Let's go. All right, let's get some insurance here. 5 runs. Honestly, a mercy would be cool. Get Warren Spahn out of there. I just was not reading him too well. I know I scored 7 off him still, but like we were just off on a lot of swings. We could have done a lot more damage. Come on. Ooh. Just missed that PCI. Had the timing, not the PCI. I will say, I like Johnny Lasagna here a lot. But you definitely need to make sure you're on fastball. I mean, 4-seam sinker are the main 2 pitches. Now, that slurve can catch up on you a bit. But, like, he's just fastball, breaking ball. Like, he's got 4-seam sinker, which aren't too far off from each other. And then you've got slurve and changeup, which aren't even too slow of breaking balls. So you want to really be on the fastball. And then when you slow down breaking stuff, you're really just adjusting to 1 speed. So you got to be very nitpicky with locating with Lasagna. You got to really play sinker and changeup off each other. A lot of people don't. A lot of people rely on the velo and the slurve. See, he's throwing a lot of away slurves, of inside sinkers. So those are probably the 2 pitches I'm expecting here because he keeps on throwing those. Inside, down in sinker. Oh, he did slurve. I'm just early on it. Spain. Go sinker now. He did changeup, okay. Now 3-1 fastball count. Wants to get something over the plate. Probably throw sinker here. He just threw high enough. It just got me a little late. Come on, Holiday. There was the sinker. There it was. And I scolded it. But literally was just on top of it with the PCI. Literally, that's as close to just missing it as you can get. You don't let one of those slurves end up in the zone. I will destroy it with Chase Utley. But yeah, it just, right now, like, he's not finding the zone with the changeups really much. It's really just sinker slurve I'm looking at right now. Really all he's really throwing in the zone. You got a 4-seam in there. And I had the timing on it. It was just underneath it. Another swing I just missed. Good inning, though. We got 2. Actually, no, we didn't get 2. Scoreless inning. We did get Warren Spahn out. And Warren Spahn I was not reading well. So, progressive. Forward progress. And right back to the same old thing with Randy Johnson. I'm just really relying on him struggling on the 4 seams. We're going to throw this down and in splitter again. Let's go up and away 4 seam this time. No way he'd expect it. He was late on it. That is for sure. And now you get inside slider off the plate. Now you expand that zone. Oh, man. That was almost a swing and miss. Now we're going to challenge him. You get an inside fastball. Try to hit this. Smell you later. Just changing speed basically every pitch. He has no idea whether to sit on 100 or 92 or 78 or whatever the slurve gets down to. All right, ahead 0-2. Things you love to see. We're going to go for a high slider just off the plate. Oh, we're making him look silly on that inside slider. I honestly feel more confident right now against righties than the lefties. Because he's just getting that. He's falling for that every time. Hopefully this second fastball in a row doesn't bite me in the butt. It did it. He's late on it. Now we go inside slider again. Show me that you can take it. certainly is not. You get it again. Maybe try to aim a little higher with it. Make him think it's something different. Oh, they got in the zone. He got the timing on it. But not the PCI, so he definitely wasn't ready for it enough. Good inning. Randy's dealing literally just the 2 hits in that 1 inning. He's been rolling. I just want to have our own big inning. Now, 5-run lead. With how this game is playing, we could have more than a 5-run lead. And at a stadium like this, a 5-run lead could disappear literally instantly. Also, wow, we beat out an infield single with David Wright to Ozzie Smith. That is a lucky break. Let's take advantage of it. Literally a give me right there. As much of a give me as you'll ever see. That's a play that shouldn't happen with Ozzie at short. Like, that's the best defending shortstop, basically, of all time, you know? Just a lucky animation. All right. If he gets a sinker in the zone. Oh. That's a lucky check swing there. There's a sinker in the zone, I was just saying. I was just waiting for one of them to catch the zone, man. It just felt like he tried to set me up with the breaking stuff. And he came back with it there. Let's go. Oh, and David Ortiz again. Man, maybe I should have used David Ortiz some more. Card just kills righties. Come on, try to get 3 more. Let's get 3 so we get into mercy territory. My voice is like dead right now. I'm not going to lie. I don't know how much more talking I can do. I want to see if he does the classic righty-righty inside sinker to Hank Aaron. That's like a very popular pitch. I was waiting for an inside fastball or sinker. I wanted a pitch like that. I just missed it though. I really wanted an inside sinker. That's fine. If you want to miss the zone with Hank, that is cool with me. No. Wow. Good pitch. That's like a really well-located change up there. That was not the right pitch to go to. I assume he saw me get the check swing on the changeup. Was like, he doesn't know how to read that bottom right part of the zone. You know, I don't want to give, like, why would you throw? You shouldn't have thrown a fastball. That was like the pitch I was looking for. That's why I check swung. I wanted that to be a down and away sinker. But he gave it to me just 1 pitch later. If he had thrown a slurve or if he just went entirely different spot there, he probably could have gotten me. Just my eyes were so focused down and away there. Now we're 1 run away from it, that potential mercy. Okay, see, I thought that was going to be a fastball to knees. It wasn't even close. I was about to say, I was like, the previous at-bats with Judge, I was early on fastballs. So I kind of wanted to, like, not do that again. I was just about to say after a pitch, okay, I've been early on a lot. Let's just sit back some more. And I think we did that there. Come on, let's get that runner. Oh, I just missed the 4-seam. Just laid on it, just underneath it. I want this runner home. I want the mercy. I need it. I need it. My voice is dead. I can't even do like a deep voice comfortably. Sit ball. Just early on it. Maybe trying to do too much here. Let's just get our pitch to hit with this next one. Work a count. Look for a pitch over the plate. Okay, I'll tell you what. I did want to do that. But I also was telling myself, if he throws a fastball, I want to be ready. But for some reason with this game, I'm late with everything on with Matt Holliday. Matt Holliday. I don't know what's up with me and him this game. I loved that card during the Moonshot event. Had a lot of fun with him before. No, he's a sick card. Just for some reason this game, we've not been on our game at all. Laying on everything.
The center fielder, Cody Bellinger.
Also, he didn't even try to drag bunt with Ozzy there. You should have tried the drag bunt. He was holding down the bunt instead of tapping it later to do a drag. Had he tried to drag bunt that, there's a shot he could beat it out. Let's see if he bites at this. Ooh, he set back on the slurve. I think he was somewhat ready for it. In the sense that, like, okay, like I've gone four seam, slider, slurve in a few at-bats. Okay, do you expect another fastball is the question. No way he expects two fastballs in a row there. Oh, he kind of did. He made the adjustment there. I thought he was just kind of guessing timing and stuff. He actually made a good adjustment there. Oh, you messed up. He got stuck in between. Poor guy. As his first hit in a few innings. And then just loses that base runner the second he gets it. Tragic. Yeah, honestly, it just wasn't worth him trying to send it to third. What does that runner getting to third really do for him down 9 right now, you know? He's got to play it safe, hold up at 2, or just fully commit to third, you know? And just like that, we're out of it. Come on. One more run. Let's get it. I will say, I kind of wish I used this Chase Utley some more. Especially for his righties, he was actually pretty nice. It just, I didn't want to use him. At this point in the game, it was Randy Johnson all the time. Also, there was Kershaw, who's a pretty good lefty, Chris Sale. And, you know, he's got like just like 100 verse left. Like, I prefer to just get some speed or like get like a good righty up. Or maybe like a switch hitter over at second base. But this Chase Utley is pretty nice, especially versus righties. I mean, like 115, 100 is good. I mean, it's better than his card he had last year. I think his last card last year, like all right around 100. It was actually a pretty neat 99 he had here. I didn't even sniff him at all. All right, so we have our potential winning run over at first. Definitely all about trying to get him in here. That's exactly what you want to see. Just drop a little single over. Come on, baby. Got Mickey Mantle up here. Just find something. Find some grass here. There we go. Bases loaded. Floater of a changeup. Oh my goodness, what was that pitch? He's lucky he didn't send that a bajillion feet. And now he's got to get David Ortiz out, so. He's still not having a fun time. Whether he's facing Mantle or Poppy. Actually, maybe, is he going to consider walking? No, not walking him. Maybe consider going to a reliever here? Nah, he's sticking with the goose. I should have been ready for that. Fastball right down the middle. Shouldn't have been very late on it. I wanted that to be a four seam so bad. Can you tell with my swing timing? Could you tell I wanted a four seam fastball there? Come on. I know you want to throw one. I know you want to throw it, dude. I know you want to throw a four seam. Good pitch. See, the fact he didn't even throw it close is actually a really good pitch. I was just waiting for it. Good pitch. All right, come on. I don't want to botch this. Ugh. Come on, Hank. This is a single, you know? We got to get a runner on here, you know? Oh, I was guessing that too. I was guessing that too. Okay. I'm honestly, it's gonna sound stupid. I like blinked and like lost my track of my focus of attention. Whatever I was looking at, I stopped looking at. I blinked, I spaced out for like a second there. That's why I stared at that. Come on, let's not strand the bases loaded. That's why we have Judge in the heart of the order for his little max clutch. Oh, keep it fair. Come on. All right, good take. He's not throwing many slurves. I do have to say. Guy doesn't like his slurves. Just four-seam sinker changeup right now. And I'm early on all of them. Nope, not again. Not this time. Man, I can't sit back on that four-seam with Judge every time I'm early on it with him. Solid swing, but just a little early on it. Man, I just wanted the mercy, you know? But I just wanted the mercy so I could just be done with MLB The Show for the season, you know? I'm too brain dead right now. I've been playing for about 2.5, 3 hours after editing for 6 hours today. I just want to end it. And that's honestly why I'm getting out in scenarios like that. I'm too desperate. You know, I'm just selling out on certain pitches and I don't really have a proper approach anymore. That's definitely why I get out in that scenario. That's the thing with ranked. You're really battling stuff like that, you know. You're battling your own patience, your own strategy, and yeah, I mean, you could see, and I'm playing well this game. But, you know, we strand the bases loaded and don't score there because I have that lapse. A couple of those lapses because I'm not as locked in. That's what's really tough with ranked. So it's why for most people I suggest, don't play. When you start realizing something like this happens, don't play if you're really trying to make World Series. You want to make sure you're on your game, focused, locked in. Because, don't send a friendly. I don't think he meant to send a friendly. You better not have meant to send a friendly. We're going to quit. Just quit. Thank you. We didn't get the mercy, but we got the ending we wanted anyway. GG's. That was a really good send-off for these set 2 cards. I mean, Hank Aaron had a great game. Joe Mauer had his moments. Chase Utley went yard. Good little game to send off Season 2 cards. And that's going to be it for me using this team together. I mean, most of these cards I won't see for God knows how long now. At least till Season 6. So we got Season 4 and Season 5. So that's 3 months. So we won't be seeing all these cards together for a bit. So, yeah. I appreciate you all watching. I hope you enjoyed your set 2s and stuff like that. I am brain dead right now. So I am going to go to sleep. Well, not going to go to sleep, but I'm going to hop off. Make sure you watch these late night scans in this playlist as well if you want to watch some more. We did a bunch this week with the end of Season 3. I got all recorded. So make sure you check those out. But I appreciate you all watching. And let me know in the comments what type of players or stuff you want to see me do in Season 4. But have a great rest of your day. I'll see you again on the next one.